Hi everyone. In this video, I am going to go over this timeline for transitioning your course to Lamakū. This is part of the Mission Lamakū Transition, an initiative from the Educational Media Center Instructional Design Unit. I'm Lauren Lumho. I am a faculty instructional designer with the EMC and here to kind of walk you through this timeline. Many of you may feel a bit anxious about this process. This is just a recommended timeline to kind of get you started and kind of demystify the Lamakū LMS transition. So hopefully this is helpful to you. But really, we're looking at September through December to take us to spring 2025 implementation. So we are currently in September of 2024. So if you have not started yet, technically, according to this timeline, you're not behind. But if we take a look here at September, at the bottom, you can see that there is a form, which is to request up to 5 sandboxes. So we highly recommend you have a sandbox for each course that you teach. You can think of the sandbox as the place where you design and develop your live course so that you can essentially copy all the components into the live course shell when it becomes available. You may also want to request a migration, a migrated reference site from Lalima to Lamakū. That is intended to be available for Leeward Community College in early October. And so we highly recommend that you do request a migrated site. It's again also called a reference site, and it just provides you with those resources and assets in Brightspace or Lamakū for you to build from in a migrated site, that reference site. Or you can strictly just build from scratch in a sandbox. This is really a process that is instructor driven, so there is no one size fits all. But back to some of these tasks for the timeline. Really, we're looking at in September setting up your account, logging in, getting used to the interface, editing your profile, reviewing the different navigational bars and tools. There's an organizational homepage and a course level homepage. You can also, at this time, kind of get into your settings. So, updating your profile, adding a profile picture, adjusting your notifications, and really getting into some of the administrative tools. It's called Course Admin, as well as the content tool, which is where a bulk of your course content will go. There's also an accompanying app. It's called the Pulse app. And so many of your students will likely use this app. So highly recommend that you also engage with this app to see what the students will experience. September is also a great time to kind of develop your orientation materials like your syllabus and your instructor introduction video. You can also inventory and organize your course content. Ideally, you have a course map so you can really prepare for how you're going to integrate your content into Lamakū. Another resource that you can utilize is the Lamakū Instructor Essentials course. This is asynchronous, and it's really like a textbook where you can learn about the different tools and the customization. It's really a good place to start if you are brand new to Lamakū. Okay, looking ahead to October, one thing I should note too is that this timeline is assuming that you are transitioning more than one course. So, developing your course fundamentals and your course structure and your orientation materials, that is per course. If you are developing 3 courses, then you'll need 3 sandboxes and your migrated site, and you'll kind of follow along this timeline for each particular course. So let's take a look at the course fundamentals. This is really the modules and the information that is setting up the student for success. So course overview, letting them know the description of the course, what the objectives are. The Lamakū courses also have the ability to have a welcome widget that pops up, a syllabus module, a getting started module where they learn about the different technology that you might use in your course or your communication method and strategy. You can also set up an announcement scheduled for the first day of the course. Optionally, you can also get started using a course starter template. This is optional, but it does bring in things like the welcome widget, the getting started module, a syllabus module, and really these, again, course fundamentals that are pretty pivotal to setting up your student and orienting them to your particular course and expectations. Okay, moving on to course and module structure, also in October. This is where your course map will really come in handy. The course and module structure is really kind of the backbone or the spine of your course, where you're setting up the consistency and the layout for your modules, as well as your gradebook and your discussions and your assignments. Then in November, this is where it's time to really build out your course, adding activities and assessments and other course content. Just a plug and reminder about RSI, ensuring regular substantive interaction in your courses, as well as accessibility and really student engagement. It's at this time too to link your activities and assessments to the gradebook. And you can also test your grades tool impersonating a demo student. Final checks also in November and taking you through December, making sure that everything works. Your calendar activity dates are populated and match the syllabus. Your manage dates tool is accurate. Your course is accessible. The student view of the course looks great. And again, just a note that throughout this process, not only in the final checks, is a time where you can work with your peers and the instructional design unit for feedback. Building courses is all about iteration, so really leaning into making revisions and doing final checks for your spring 2025. And then lastly, we have our support hub. We're always available to meet one-on-one with you or just to reply pretty quickly to your emails, to your inquiries. So please use that support hub, or you can email us directly at edtech@hawaii.edu. And you can also reach out to our ID unit instructional designers directly. I'm sure you have each of our contact information, and we're really excited to continue working with you during this time. Thank you.